Well, hello, guys. You know what? Isn't this the coldest spring that we've ever had? Ever? It's so cold outside to me. What do you guys think? Isn't it a cold, cold spring? What do you all think? Yeah, me too. I think it's been very cold outside. I don't like it. I thank God for another day to be alive, but I just wish it was a little bit warmer. Lord, let it start getting warmer outside. Bring out the sun, Lord, so we can enjoy the spring, beautiful weather. Anyways, it's so good to be with you all today. Today, we want to talk to you all about something that we have been talking about in adult church. I know that we had Palm Sunday and Resurrection Sunday. I pray that you all had a great time at the Resurrection Sunday or our Jesus is Alive party. But before we started doing Palm Sunday and Resurrection Sunday, we were talking about the values of Revived Church. Remember a long time ago, we were talking about the values of Revived Church are basically like rules that we have here at church to help us to create an environment that is a fun and a safe place to be in. These values represent who we are as a church, okay? Before we did Palm Sunday and Resurrection Sunday, we talked about being a presence-driven church and even being presence-driven kids. But today we're going to be talking about our value of health. And I want to kind of help you all understand how it ties into what God spoke to us in the beginning of the year. For those of you all who do not know, as Pastor Peter and myself begin to seek the Lord about what he was saying to Revive Church for the year of 2024, we heard the year of the open door. Everyone say open door. Great job. And so we want to teach you all how the values of Revive Church will help us enter into the open doors that God has for us this year. You ready? And so one of our values is health. And what that means is that we remain healthy by spending time with God every day. There's other parts of this value of health, but let's just focus on this part today. We remain healthy by spending time with God every day. How do we remain healthy by spending time with God every day? We have to understand that we were created by God and for God. And so in order to be healthy, in order for us to live for God, because we were created for him, we have to spend time with him so we can get to know him, get to know what he likes, get to know what he dislikes. We get to know more of what it feels like when we are with him, right? We get to understand his heart and his character and his personality so we can live our lives to please him. I want to kind of give you an example that may help you understand it a little bit better. So, for example, a fish. A fish remains healthy when it's in water. The reason why the fish remains healthy while it's in the water is because that's where God created for fish to live. And of course, the environment has to be right. The fish has to be fed. The water has to be clean. It has to be a thriving environment for the fish to be alive. But if you take that fish out of water for a long period of time, it's going to die. Not even for a long period of time, but even if it's for a little bit of time, it's going to die because it was made to live and breathe underwater. Okay, and that's the same thing with us as followers of Christ. We were made to live with fellowship with God, and when we don't fellowship with God, we won't be who he's called us to be. If you take that fish out of water, it's going to die. When we take ourselves outside of the presence of God, if we do not spend time with God on a daily basis, we will die. Not our physical bodies, but our friendship with God will die, and it will grow further and further apart until there's no more friendship with him. And so in order for us to keep our relationship with God strong, in order for us to remain healthy, and remaining healthy is living for him because we were created by God and for God. In order for us to live for God And to be healthy, we have to spend time with Him every single day. You get to know Him more. You get to know His heart, His character, His nature, His personality. He begins to show you the way He wants you to live your life. He begins to show you His plan and His purpose for your life. One of the ways that you know that you are unhealthy is when you're doing a lot of things that you know do not please God. That is a sign that you are unhealthy, because when you are healthy, Jesus kid or a healthy follower of Christ, you live your life for God because you were created by God and for God. So don't be like that fish that's out of the water that will die. You got to stay in God's presence by spending time with Him every day. And we've expressed to you all so many times that there's so many different ways that you can spend time with God. So make sure you spend time with God every single day in order to remain healthy. We'll talk about the other parts of this value of health next week, but let's make sure we remember that. We remain healthy by spending time with God every single day. Now, so how does spending time with God every day help us to walk through the open doors that God has for us this year? This is how. When you're spending time with God every day, He will begin to show you the open doors that He has for you because you're spending time with Him. He will begin to show you things that you need to do in order to walk through those open doors. He will begin to show you so much. Spend time with God every single day. And this will help you to walk through those open doors that He has for you because you're spending time with Him and He's showing you everything that He has for you.